Hello guys, this is the recap of SPY on Wednesday, December 28th. And today we're just going to be talking about how I traded SPY today personally, as well as all of my tips on how to better your trading on a day like today, and just overall all the entries that I see that were good on a day like today, and specifically that happened today. So yeah. Sometime in the near future, I will be coming out on making a video about my entire system if you are still unfamiliar with that. But the basics is I trade from level to level. I don't use EMAs. I don't use any indicators other than volume. And I trade price and volume, playing from level to level with very tight stops. And my favorite A plus setup that I'm going to be talking about in this video that I basically trade with most often is I want to see old resistance become new support and old support become new resistance. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, with the entries that happened today. So as the people in my Discord know, in the morning in pre-market, I start with charting out all of my levels. I chart support and resistance levels where I see big rejections and where I see big levels of bouncing. All right. So my first level that I had in pre-market was this resistance level. All right. We had some rejection right here. All right. We had some more rejection right here, and then we had some more rejection right here. Now, why did I not put this level right here? And why did I put this level right here? The reason I did this, now both are okay. You can chart both. But the reason I did this is because this level was rejected once, twice, 3 times majorly, all right, over the span of a certain time period. This level was just rejected, in the span of a shorter time period with the same number of times. I felt that this level was going to be more important throughout the day. If you charted this level, you would have been just as successful, but I charted this one. Okay. Now, my next level was right here. Okay. We had a level of support, was resistance right here, became support right here. And so I thought this was going to be a pretty good level throughout the day. There are other levels. There's a resistance right here. There's a support right here. You don't have to chart every single level, but you have to keep in mind that those levels do exist. You always have to look left. While you're playing the chart, you always look left. We have a level of resistance right here, turns into support right here. This wick comes close. This is a level that I think is pretty good throughout the day. It's going to act as some sort of level for me. All right. Acts as support right here. All right. So I had that charted out. All right. Throughout the day, I don't remember if I did, but I might have adjusted this to here because of this resistance right here. But at that point in the day, I had it right here. Then I have this level right here with this level of support, all right, and these candles right here. We have that support and that support right here. My next level was this support with these supports right here, and very self-explanatory. And finally, I had low of day for pre-market, balance right here. Okay. So that was me going into the market with already 6 vivid levels that I may be looking to play off of. All right. So in the morning, what happened was we came down. I don't take momentum trades. I don't get into puts just because I have the bias that we are likely to move down today or anything like that. I understand that we can come down and we can get bought back up, and just like that, just like it happened today. That's why I'm not a momentum trader. All right. So what I'm looking for right here is if it would have happened, if we broke down, we had some sort of good retracement to this support level for continuation down. That could have been a setup I would take. But just because we're wicking here where it looks like we're dumping, you're not getting into puts. You're just not. Okay, you're waiting to see for levels to be created and for those levels to play out and to take entries off of specific support and resistance lines. Not some imaginary EMA line, not upper band VWAP, not Bollinger Bands or RSI. Off a specific level of price. So we break through these levels of resistance. Now, we have this level of resistance up here. So what am I looking at? My strategy, my A+ setup. I want to see a break with good volume on the candle that pushes us through that resistance level. And then I want to see less volume on the candle, on the retracement candle back to this level. I do not take one candle pullbacks. I like to see a sort of retracement. This was okay, pretty good retracement. We broke the resistance, we come up, now we're coming down to test this level of resistance as support. I don't wait for confirmation. The moment this candle comes here, I take my call entry. Took my call entry at 382.6. All right? Simple, stress-free entry. Now, what am I waiting for? My target of this trade is this resistance. I chart my resistance levels at the bodies of the candle. Not right here, but at those bodies. So I would be scaling right here, and that's exactly what I did. Trade was given out as an alert in my Discord. All right, link is in the description. It was guided through, walked through before the move even happened. I was talking about this move up through this resistance, and I was looking to see that retracement. I plan my trades ahead, and I follow that plan. So again, I took my calls here. I scaled out at this support and at that resistance on this move up. Okay. Now, from now on in all my videos, I'm going to put my good trades that I took, or, A+ trades in green. I'm going to put entries that were, B+ to C in yellow that aren't that great but are still there. Then I'm going to put red circles are trades that were good, that followed my rules, that I think were good to enter, but they did not work out because those happen all the time. My strategy is not 100% bulletproof. All right. Then in blue are going to be entries that I think are often confused by people. People assume that they are good entries when they're not. Okay. So this right here is an entry that I would consider a B setup. All right. So it's part of my things in my PDF. We have resistances. We have 1, 2, 3. All right. So I'm expecting after these two first resistance bounces, rejections, on this third resistance rejection, if we break this flag trend line on the break, I'm going to take my put entry. All right. Now, at this point in the day, this is the only trade I took. So I'm telling you, this is the trade I took. I took 3 trades today. I went 3 for 3, all live traded, but this is a trade I took. This one I did not take. I'm just putting out their trades that are also there to possibly take. So nice put entry would have been very profitable. All right. This right here, I'm going to put this in blue because a lot of people think this is a good put entry playing my style. We have a support, we break, we have a retracement for puts. Now, the first reason why this is not a good trade. If you notice, we are already in an uptrend. We have here, we come make a higher low, all right, and now we're making higher highs. All right, we break that higher high right here. All right, that means we are in an uptrend. All right, this means that puts at this point are no longer good off of this level. Number 1. Now, if you for some reason did not see that, and that's okay, it's sometimes hard to see that in real time when you're looking for a trade and things like that, look at volume. This candle that pushed us down, all right, let me open up how much volume that has, all right? That volume has 1.05. You can look in the top right, left-hand corner right here, all right? When I hover over, we have 105,000 volume, right? On the candle that pushes us back up to that level, we have 152. 152 is more than 105, all right? This means in this area, there are more buyers than there are sellers. Now, I know you don't know that until the candle closes, but if you look proportional to the candle, we have a candle right here, right? It had 105. This candle, when it was halfway through, it already had more than half of 105. All right? So it's halfway through right here at this point. It had more than half of 105, which means by the end of the candle, it's probably going to be more volume than this candle. all right? That means that's not a good entry, all right? We create this rejection. I chart my trend line, okay? We continue down. We have this bounce right here. All right, we're chopping around. Nothing good here. I'm waiting. I'm sitting through this move. I'm not getting into any trades. We break down right here. We go below. Now, what am I looking at? Can we see a retest of this support? Never happens. All right, we come down. Now, what am I looking at here? We have a clear level of support that happened right here when the market opened, which was also low of pre-market. I also noticed that we have some support in aftermarket. I usually don't look at aftermarket of the previous day. I usually only focus on the pre-market, but I'm going to mention it right now. We did have some aftermarket right here, support, and we had a big level of support at low of pre-market and in the beginning of the day. Now, why is this support not here? This support is at the body of this candle, okay? Now, I took this put entry right here, a bit of a risky entry, and I will tell you exactly why. We had a very big wick right here, which was all basically one big level of support. This was kind of a support zone. We got bought up from here. So I was expecting that the pullback may not perfectly come to the body, especially since we have some aftermarket support. So I was looking to get an entry somewhere between this aftermarket support and that level. So the moment we hit this aftermarket support, and I know that we're in a support level that I'm looking to turn into resistance, I took my put entry right here. I took puts, live traded, awesome trade for me. Took puts right here, scaled some right here at that wick support because I know that before we bounced, so I'm scaling. Scaled some more at this support level, which was my target. And then I held some runners. I don't remember exactly when I cut those, but I held some runners. Very solid trade. Scaled 80% of my position from here to here. That's how you have to think about it. You scale most of your position from your entry to your target right here. All right? Now we're moving up. We form a trend line. Now this right here, why is this not considered a good put entry? Now, this would have worked out for you, but I'm just going to explain why this is not a good put entry in my opinion. Because oftentimes this won't work. If you're looking at a downtrend and you're taking an entry off of a trend line, you want to see a downtrending formation. Right here, you want to see this. You want to see us go lower than this previous low, correct? Then you want to see us come up, be lower than that, which happened, and then this should be lower than this previous low. Now, and then up, we come to this trend line, and then we want to see a previous low. That's not happening. We're seeing this, but right here, we're at the same level, okay? So that's something you have to keep in mind when you're taking trend plays. So this would not qualify as a good entry for me. Now, right here, some people are like, would this be a good put entry? It would have worked out for you today, but trust me, it will not work out for you quite a few times. I mean, more times than it will. I do not like one candle pullbacks. We do have a support, we break down, and we retest with that candle. I want to see more than one candle pulling back. All right? This did not happen here. We had only one candle. I like to see at least 2, usually 3 candles on the pullback, because I like to see a bigger move. Because if you took puts here, you would already have a big target right here at that support. That's why I like to see more than one candle on the pullback, right? This right here is a red circle because this was a trade that I think was good. It just did not work out. I would have gone stopped out. We have a support. We break down. On the second candle, we're coming up. We're retesting. Volume on this candle is 247K. Big volume. This candle coming up is 165K. All right. Everything looks pretty good. All right. You would have taken your put entry, and then you would have gone stopped out, above this level. Definitely my stop, close above this level. I would have gone out of this trade, stopped out, most likely, playing by my rules. But at this point, you're in massive profit from this trade. You could take a small loss. I personally did not get into this trade. I wasn't looking to overtrade, things like that. One reason you could think of not taking this entry is, we're already pretty oversold. Thinking logically, taking entries at the beginning of the move, all right, at the first retest is usually better than taking it at the retest right here, because usually at some point the retest will fail. We have some chop, not much good entries right here. Okay, nothing really happening. Now this was a yellow entry, all right. This was a yellow entry. I forgot about this. All right, we have a support. We break down, we retest. Why is it yellow? All right, because this had 96K of volume. All right, this candle had 131K volume. We had more volume on the candle pulling back, which makes it a yellow entry trade. It's not great. You want to take it. You want to be smaller sized on trades like this. So be it. Personally, I like to usually take only the A+ entries. Moving like this. All right. Now, this right here is another yellow entry. All right. Now, why is this one yellow? All right. The volume is good, but this formation is something I don't like on this pullback. All right. What happened here was, if you pay attention, this support right here, right? We break down through this support like this. All right. Now we come down to here and we create a bottom right here. Then we try to move lower, but we fail and get bought up right back up instead of continuing down. This shows to me that sellers tried to be strong here, but buyers won over. Confirm that with some volume right here, with more buying volume than selling volume, and it's very clear that this move down may be, well, at this point have exhausted. So this is another kind of lotto trade for me. All right, this right here is another lotto trade for me. All right, I'm being honest with you today. We took 3 trades that were basically all A+. Yeah, I think they were all A+. And, you know, but that took patience. If you wanted to take trades all the time, those would not have been A+ setups. And that's something you have to accept. The market will not hand out to you trades every minute that are A+. So we break down, all right? We have very little volume on this move through this support and more volume on this retest. Volume doesn't add up. It worked out. We had people take it. But again, it's more of a lotto position. Okay. This right here, just a simple trend line play. Very simple. We have this trend line forming, 1 rejection, 2, 3 rejection. On the 4th, you could take it. You could even take it on the 3rd. But after that 3rd one, you can clearly visibly see it. You take your entry, simple move down. Right? This right here, another blue circle. People are like, we have a support, we're retesting. Why not a put entry? It's a 1 candle pullback. I don't take 1 candle pullbacks. I want to see a good retracement and then, and for a continued move down, right? We break this trend line. We're moving up. I'm like, okay, probably going to move up here. We have a resistance level. We break above it. We come down. Nice move to the upside. Good volume. All right. We're pushing through here. Nothing really good happening here. A lot of chop. Now really looking to get into everything. And this brings me to the next trade that I took. So at this point in the day, I have taken this trade, all live traded today in the Discord. This trade, and then this trade is the 3rd trade that I took. So we have a clear trend line. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, 4th bounce, tried to bounce but failed. Now this is another one of my setups. It's a break and a retest of the trend line. We broke the trend line, we retested the trend line. All right. On top of that, we have a very vivid level of support right here. We have that support, we break down, we retest it. So we have that trend line and that support level being retested as resistance for a move down. Took my entry right here, scaled some at that support, scaled on this move down, and then held my runners for quite a while on this move down. Ended up being almost 100% trade for me. Okay? Simple. After you scale out a big portion of your position, you can hold some runners, let them run, and let them make you some profit. This is another blue circle because it's just another indication of why I don't take 1 candle pullbacks. All right. We have this move down, 1 candle pullback on that support doesn't make it a good trade. I want to see a good retracement. On top of that, the volume right here doesn't add up. So that's just one other mistake that people often make. All right. And that kind of covers the day for me. I wasn't watching the chart much at the end of the day, but to be honest, it was kind of choppy. It was a more low volume day than it usually is. Okay, SPY was, definitely below average volume. But yeah, that kind of covers the day for me. Took 3 trades today. All of them went over 25%. All right. One of them had some runners at 50% that I scaled out. Some of them had some runners go for 100% for me. All right. They were all live traded in the Discord. All right. But again, the goal of this community, of this channel, of my Twitter, of the Discord is not to give alerts. We are not just an alerts service. I do give my personal trades. You can call them alerts, but the goal is to teach you you could call it my break and retest strategy, as well as my other A+ setups to help improve people's trading and to teach them the way that I think that I found success trading. All right. This is the way I found success, and I want to translate that to other people to help them out. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. That's going to be it for me today. If you guys did find value in this video, make sure to subscribe, click that like button as well. It really helps out the channel. And join the Discord. Link is in the description. We all talk about there. We use this strategy throughout the day. There's a lot of people doing it in there, and I'm sure you'll find value in it. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.